What's up, everybody? My name is Jason, and I want to make you rich. In today's video, we're going to talk about how an inline or slightly tame CPI sent the Dow up, currently 688 points. But the obvious question of this day is, with a 1 for 200 up to reverse split for the CRKN and an additional $500 million of mixed shelf offering, what the hell do we do now? All that and more coming right up. Oh, it's bloody terrific. DropBearCoffee.com. By the way, it's got to be cold for where most of you are anyway, right? I want to introduce a very special young lady. Forever Aloe Lips. Get some. Her name is Kate. Kate has cerebral palsy. She's soon to be 14, I believe. Oh. The smell and the taste is heavenly. But more importantly, this young lady is a fighter. She doesn't quit, and she's blessed to have a dad, Todd, who loves her dearly. So when this video is over and you've already signed up at trysmallbiz.com, get a Discord if you don't have a small biz, premium if you do. Go to magicvalleyaloe.com. It'll be pinned in the top comment. Please and thank you for supporting a young woman who refuses to give up. And they got everything: drinks, lip gloss, shampoo, toothpaste. It's incredible. magicvalleyaloe.com. Get some today. All right, look. CPI was in line or slightly below expectations, coincides with what happened yesterday in the PPI. And if you're inside of our Discord, which by the way is almost 80% sold out on our way to our goal of 500 strong, you know that we've been buying the shit out of the market for the last several days. You know there was a gap on the Qs at 492 to 495, and if the number was hot, we were most likely going to fill that gap. However, I told you repeatedly that when everybody else is scared, it was 26 at the CNN Fear and Greed, one tick away from extreme fear. We're buying the market. We were buying interest-related stocks, one of which is up 15% today. We were buying BitF as low as 146, got as high as close to 170 before it pulled back a bit today. So for all of you, and listen to me carefully as you subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. If you're in the ditch, or you're considering getting into the ditch, last trade 7 cents on the nose, I am going to be one of the only guys in the entire motherfucking world who not only said stop buying it at a buck because the CEO has no credibility, and we're going to elaborate on that today, but I told everybody to stay away because there's a number of red flags that even if you're diving in now or this morning at 5 cents and change, you might be making a huge motherfucking mistake, but I can get you out of it. We've had over 150 winning trades in the last 18 months and fewer than this many losses, including the CRKN. That's 25 or 30 wins for every loss. Average gain 33%, average hold about a month and a half. So if you want to get rich, and I'm talking about filthy motherfucking rich in the next 5 or 10 years, it's trysmallbiz.com. You get a Discord if you don't have a small biz, premium if you do. Don't wait. The train's leaving the station. The market's most likely bottom for the year. I can help you get out of this fucking dick. We don't edit around here either. So if you've got a dick or you actually, well, hey, I just promoted Kate. Dad, make sure she doesn't see that part, or if she does, maybe she gets a laugh. We don't edit around here. I don't do thumbnails. I don't have B-roll. I don't have music. I even turned off the fucking ads 6 months ago, so you don't have to wade through that bullshit. I'm just here to make you fucking money, both from an investing long-term perspective, index funds and ETFs, and aggressive short-term trading like we're doing right now in the private Discord community. All right, with that said, what about the CRKN? Bloody terrific coffee. Unbelievable. It's kangaroo blend. Love you, Tony. And if you're in the Discord, there's a promo code. We're not going to share it publicly. Freeloaders have already gotten enough out of me. You can get free shipping. It's amazing. I get Gumtree and Kangaroo Blend. It blows away anything you can get in the store. DropBearCoffee.com. I'll put that along with MagicValleyAloe.com in the top comment. All right, look. We're going to systematically, over the next 10 or 15 minutes, go through exactly what happened in the last 24 hours. Some of it's going to be repetitive. Much of it is not. And by the time I finish, I will tell you exactly what I would do. Again, I said stop buying it at $1. We saved folks millions of dollars all the way down. And even though I gave the RS vote a thumbs up, it would have passed by a mile, almost 48% more yeses versus nos. Almost 90%, by the way, in case you're curious, of reverse split votes pass, because they changed the rules not long ago that if you don't vote, it's pretty much considered a yes in most exchanges. With that said, and I need another drink, what actually happened last night? Oh, fuck. Not allowed to say that in the Discord anymore. As somebody pointed out rightly the other day, I've gone from saying fuck you to certain people that pay me actually less than $2 a day to calling them assholes on occasion because they don't listen. All you got to do is be able to follow my lead, have some level of experience in the stock market, want to get rich, and can coexist with people from 17 different countries around the world. That's it. It's $50 a month. Save 50 on the promo code first month half off. Then you can lock in, or as some of you have done already, take 50% off annually. You're going to pay me $50 a month for the next perhaps several years to get rich? Are you fucking shitting me? So what happened this morning and last night with the filings? Well, we learned that the Kraken now has 231.6, call it 232 million shares. Now, you might have been like me saying, what the hell is this? I didn't believe it. I had to read it and double check it with my friends 10 times. Don't forget, on December the 16th, the end date for voting on the reverse split, they had 64 million shares outstanding, which means since then, and Monday the 13th, they added another 168 million shares. So since the last reverse split, 1 for 150 several months ago, when the float was approximately 3 million after the consolidation, they have increased the float, ladies and gentlemen, almost 80 times. If I'd have told you back then when it reverse split, and keep this number in mind, at $5, $6, $7 a share, and there was only 3 million outstanding, would you have believed me? Not only that it was going to go back to a nickel so quick, but that they were going to add almost 200 million plus shares in the next 6 months. You wouldn't have fucking believed that. And if that's not enough, if that didn't give you a fucking heart attack, we also learned that they just added $500 million, not shares, dollars of mixed shelf. Convertible, preferred, warrants, units, all the above, because they only have an allotment of 800 million shares. So get ready, folks. You remember several months ago before the last reverse split when they gave the Keystone Cops 300 million shares and they ground it at the time from 9 cents down under a nickel? Again, that was after the big pump. What's to say between now when they actually do the reverse in the next few months, with 232 million outstanding, 800 million allowed, that they're not gonna issue another billion. It's such a huge number, isn't it? In the next couple of months. I'm gonna go on record right now that I bet you they will. They may be, in fact, in the middle of it right now. It was down at 0.59 and change. It was almost 9 cents yesterday. Do you hear what I just told you? They have jacked the float up 77x in the last few months since the last reverse. They might, in fact, do another 500 million shares in the next couple of months or sooner before they announce the reverse split. And if it is a 1 for 200, and you have to believe it's going to be there or close because the last one was 1 for 150, ask yourself this question. Last trade, 7 cents. 7 times 200 is $14. Do you honestly believe, and you can tell me in the comments below, do you honestly believe it's going to hold 14? With $500 million of dilution hanging over the stock? No fucking way. No fucking way. So I'm going to keep this video relatively simple. You now know there's 232 million shares outstanding. You now know they could go up to 800 million before the split. You also know that they have a $500 million from time to time with Alliance Global, the same company or banker, I should say, that helped them convert all the preferred when it ran from a nickel to 60 cents. And Doug, question number one of the day, didn't you tell us a few months ago that you were happy to be out of debt and getting out of the preferred stock business? And now you're not only going back in, but you're going back into the tune of $500 million motherfucking dollars. And folks, if the allotment after the split is the same 800 million shares, there's no way in hell they're going to be able to issue all of that in stock. There's no way in hell. Half of it, in my professional opinion, for whatever that's worth, I'd say less than $2 a day for most of you that go to trysmallbiz.com right motherfucking today. They're going to be 250 million or thereabouts of debt. So they get out of the fucking pool only to get into another one. And my goodness, as I just said a minute ago, do you honestly think it's going to be able to hold $10 or $15 with all that dilution overhanging the stock? So I will give Doug, as I've said a million times, an A++ for getting out of the possibility of Chapter 11 and diversifying this company into a $30 to $35 million run rate with sights on 200 million shares. And yes, if you're thinking of buying it, stay tuned. I'll give you some positives that are going to offset or at least try to this massive $500 million worth of dilution. But I need another drink of this bloody terrific coffee. Amazing, diversifying the company, A+. Shareholder value, respecting the rights, the money, the fortunes, the retirement accounts of the shareholders. F motherfucking minus. I can't even add as many minuses to that F without running off the fucking desk onto the floor. I just can't believe it. We learned today, yes, they've got 25 million in cash. That's about 11 cents based on 232 million or thereabout shares outstanding. That's fantastic. But you have to ask yourself, if you've got all that cash and you said you were going to be profitable in the first half of this year, and you're obviously going to do a massive share consolidation, probably one for 200, and put 3, 4, 5 million shares max outstanding after it comes together post-split. What the fuck were you thinking, Doug? Adding not 100 million, not 200 million, $500 million of mixed shelf from time to time. Do you know how fucking massive that is? Do you really need 17 times your current run rate of $30 to $35 million? In all my years, 30 of it since the early 90s, trading and investing, half of it as a broker from 93 to 07, I have never seen, especially a penny stock that's already in trouble with NASDAQ that wants to delist them, come out with a mixed shelf offering to include debt and stock, probably in even amounts, at 17 times the current annual revenue run rate. I've never seen that. So in closing, keeping this as simple as I can, stupid, I'm not touching it. You traded it from the high fives. You blew it out at 7 and change. Good for you. But I'm telling you right fucking now, even if he pulls a fast one and says, I'm going to put 5 million of the 25 into Bitcoin, it's a gimmick. It may bump to 7, 8, 9, 10 cents. But when the record date comes out and it's officially 1 for 200 or something close to it, it's going to fucking tank because people are going to start to do the math like I just told you to do, times 200 at a nickel. Do I honestly think it can hold $10 a share post-split with $500 million or thereabouts at the time they actually do it of mixed shelf out there? No fucking way. So if it's me, I'm not going anywhere near it if it's 1 for 200. Until it's somewhere around 2 cents, which means I'm out. I said stop buying it at $1. I also just told you it might bounce on some sort of gimmick to a dime. But when they announce the exact ratio and record date, it's going to tank again. And he's probably going to do a 3, 4, 500 million share to max out that 800 million share allotment before the reverse split. And what I've learned, as many of you have in my half a dozen videos a day inside of the private Discord, is that after the reverse splits, and boy, is this fucking video valuable. Most pumps get started at $1.50 or $2. NUC, $2 to 79, back to 13. Holo a year ago, $2 to 80, back to a quarter. They almost always come back to wherever they start. The pump almost happens within a month to no more than 6 after the share consolidation. So if this somehow, some way got all the way down to $0.015, and they do a 1 for 200, which equals $3 post reverse split, maybe I'm interested. But the closer I can get it at $2 and under, even if I have to wait a few months after the split for the typical minus 50% haircut, then that's exactly what I would do. Until next time, always remember that I love you. And I hope to see you join us right now at trysmallbiz.com.